opposed. Each will control 5 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from Texas.
I thank the gentleman and the chair, and again, my hope is that we have the opportunity to continue to work to get where all of us would like to be. But my amendment is very simple. It requires this amendment, the PTO Director, in consultation with other relevant agencies and interested parties, to conduct a study to examine the economic impact of the litigation reforms contained in the bill, sections 3, 4, and 5 of this act, on the ability of individuals and small businesses owned by women, veterans, and minorities to assert, secure, and vindicate the constitutionally guaranteed exclusive right to inventions and discoveries. And in essence, it causes, I think it brings all of us together to be able to ensure that we promote this body politic of inventors, the people who built America. This is, in essence, to follow in the constitutional mandate to promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for limited times to authors and inventors the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries. In my early discussions, I said the wise persons of the constitutional construct recognize the importance of inventiveness, and I have with me a chart that recognizes some of our great African-American inventors, from Madam C.J. Walker, I mentioned, from the Granville Woods, who invented a device that allowed for messages to be sent from moving trains and railway stations. Patricia Bath invented methods for removing eye cataracts. Our great women inventors, Mary Anderson, invented the windshield wipers, and our famous Hispanic inventors and others from other backgrounds, Pedro Flores, the first woman to manufacture the yo-yo, and our veterans are included in that, and many, many others throughout the nation are included in this body of inventors. With that, I ask my colleagues to support this amendment. I reserve my time.
Gentlelady reserves. What purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, although I'm not opposed to the amendment, I ask unanimous consent to control the time in opposition to the amendment.
Without objection, the gentleman from Virginia is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, this amendment provides for a study that the USPTO would conduct to examine the impact of the changes in sections 3, 4, and 5 of the bill on individuals and small businesses owned by women, veterans, and minorities. The Innovation Act will benefit all businesses, both large and small, regardless of who owns them, including women, veterans, and minorities. This bill has received strong support from independent inventors, small businesses, startups, manufacturers, retailers, realtors, travel agents, hotels, and even a delicatessen. By bringing transparency and curbing litigation abuses, the Innovation Act will reduce litigation costs for innovators and innovative companies from all across this great land. This will reduce the leverage patent litigation opportunists possess to extort money from legitimate businesses and individuals. This bill not only lines up with our constitutional authority, but our constitutional duty, and will help grow our economy, create jobs, and promote the engine of American ingenuity for decades to come. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Virginia reserves. The gentlelady from Texas is recognized.
Will the gentleman yield?
I will yield myself such time and yield to the gentleman from
I just merely wanted to associate myself with the gentleman's remarks and join in the support for the Jackson-Lee Amendment number 8. It's a very important one.
I reserve the balance.
The gentleman from Virginia reserves. Gentlelady from Texas is recognized.
Let me thank both the chairman of the committee and the ranking member for their kind support of this amendment. May I ask the chairman the amount of time, please?
The gentlelady from Texas has 3 minutes remaining, and the gentleman from Virginia has 3 3/4 minutes remaining.
Thank you very much. Let me thank them, and I just would like at the appropriate time to ask unanimous consent to insert in the record the list of inventors that are just a small measure of those coming from a wide array of diversity. And so in my closing, let me say that we're on the floor today because we do believe in innovation. I ask unanimous consent to submit these documents into the record.
The gentlelady's request has been covered by general leave.
Thank you so very much. We're on the floor today because we all believe in innovation, and my amendment attests to that fact. Both the chairman and ranking member agree that we should look into those small inventors that have been the backbone of the American society. And so I would ask again that as we look at the full measure of this legislation, that we also will take that into consideration. In conclusion, I am hoping that my amendment number 6 will be supported. But in conclusion, I want to take note of the fact that the Jackson Lee Amendment number 5 will be voted on. Mr. Massey's amendment will be voted on. We hope that we'll get a strong vote of support, but I would hope that whatever reflection those votes characterize, it no way reflects on the issue of what we are trying to bring forward. Members will vote and members will not vote. We hope they'll vote for our amendments. But really what this is all about is to make sure that we do cover and protect that genius that lies across the landscape of America. Maybe a 5-year-old that is tinkering with Legos is an inventor who needs to be protected, and that's the gist of what our discussion and debate is. That's why my amendment number 6 was offered and number 5. But I yield back and I ask that this amendment be accepted by my colleagues. With that, I yield back.
Gentlelady from Texas yields back. The gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I again urge my colleagues to support the underlying bill and yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Virginia yields back, all time having expired. The questions on the amendment offered by the gentlelady from Texas. Those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.